You are finally fed up playing by the rules, playing nice, and getting nothing in return. Absolutely over people playing in your face, taking advantage of your loving, kind hearted nature. You're fucking enraged that your empathy, consideration, and compassion has been taken for granted over and over and over again. If this is you, I can't wait to work with you. My name is Emma, and I've been in those exact shoes, and believe me, I know a thing or two about resentment. Recovering people pleasers make the best black sheep, make the best disruptors, the best innovators, warriors, and truth seekers. They are champions for authenticity, for love, for progress, and so much more. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma. I'm dedicated to helping the collective align to their purest, authentic embodiment, to reclaim their sovereignty, to heal, and transform their life into one of passion and purpose. So what follows this is some video that I ended up scrapping, but I really wanted to repurpose because I just loved it, and I think you're going to love it too. If you're a people pleaser, if you're a black sheep, stick around and listen to this. You see, the key to finding your own authenticity and embodying it lies in remembering your true identity. It's that simple. If you don't know who you are at your core, then you can't be authentic. You just can't. So, the journey of expressing authenticity and embodying authenticity is a journey of rediscovering that identity that's always here, it's always been here, and calibrating your body to that and actually expressing that identity the way it always should have been expressed, the way that you are divinely guided and planned for to express it in. And that is your purpose. So if you've landed at my channel, if you're vibing at my frequency, it's probably because you're starting to feel an immense amount of pride in being the black sheep. Or if you aren't there, you are done people pleasing, and the only people that you're ready to serve, that you're ready to please, are your inner child, your inner teen, your inner critic, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine, and whoever the fuck else is within you that you know deserves better, that deserves priority, that deserves to be respected, honored, seen for the authentic parts of them, all of them. So if you're here, please give yourself the recognition that you deserve, because most people haven't done what you have already done, which is make the decision to fucking cut out the toxicity in your own life and in your own patterning. You might have made adjustments to your circle. You might have left a relationship, a job, or a promising path in school, or maybe you're dealing with chronic illness and you're realizing like you're secure, but you're not comfortable. And those are two very, very different things. And I'm going to highlight it with this example. So, you know, in the movies, they're walking through the woods and then boom, they step in a booby trap and the net takes them up and they're just dangling. Same thing's going on. Like they're in that net. That net's not going anywhere. It's elaborate. It's stuck. You know, they're in a net. They know they're stuck. They're secure. They're not going anywhere. You know, like, but they're uncomfortable. You know, the net's digging into their skin and they're probably having the blood rush to their head if they're like all bobbled up, you know? And then they have no access to life giving resources, vital resources. If they stay there long enough without anybody coming to save them because they're disempowered, then they're fucked. You know, they know they're powerless and they have to depend on other people. So, do you see where I'm going? Most people are so secure in their own dysfunction and their own patterns because they think somebody else is coming to save them. And you finally decided to let yourself out of that trap. You might have had to do it at a cost to you, with some harm to you, but you survived, and now you're dedicated to never going back there. And now you're here with me, and that's pretty fucking cool. So, again, please be proud of yourself and give yourself a huge congratulations. Wear those scars like a badge of honor. And take a moment, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug or whatever you need to do, and let yourself know it. Tell yourself that you're safe. Tell yourself that it's your turn to step into your power, to reclaim your authenticity and authority as a sovereign creator of your life. All right, let's get into it. So, as I alluded, when you don't intimately know yourself nor take ownership of your own lore, you're going to have a hard time embodying the authenticity that you seek. So, a lot of your work in this space is getting to know yourself at a deep, unshakable level, a level that makes you unfuckwithable. All right, so now I hope you all have come to the point in your life where at least you recognize that perfection doesn't exist, right? And that's coming from me. I'm a recovering perfectionist. Like, if you identify with that phrase or identity, please start swapping it with the words authenticity, with authentic, with genuine, or just pure. Instead of saying, I want it to be perfect or I want to be perfect, say, I want it to align with the most pure, genuine expression of who I am at my core. Doesn't that feel a lot better? Just feeling that in your body and saying, I want to be perfect. Who wants perfect? Who wants to fit the standard? Who sets the standard, bro? Who sets the fucking standard of your reality? That's you. Okay? Perfect could never be authentic. And that is priceless. All right, we're going to back up and create some definitions here, and I'm going to show them on the screen. I know y'all can read, but I will read it out for you. Authenticity is the alignment of your inner truth with your outer expression, rooted in the understanding that your soul is a unique and divine facet of a greater whole. It is the courageous embodiment of who you truly are, unfiltered by societal expectations, ego driven fears, or conditioned roles. This is what I mean when I say drop the conditioning, drop the programming, because none of that, none of what you have been taught is you. To live authentically is to honor the voice of your own intuition, to act from a place of integrity and express your essence in a way that reflects your soul's highest purpose. It is a state of being where your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions resonate harmoniously with your spiritual core, with your emotional core, allowing you to radiate your innate divinity. Authenticity invites you to embrace both your light and shadow, trusting that every aspect of your being serves your journey of growth, healing, and self realization. It is not at all about perfection, but rather about living truthfully and unapologetically as a co creator with the universe. Now, I also wanted to provide a definition of purity because I feel that it resonates. I talk a lot about truth in that definition, and I think this definition of purity really relates, and it will speak to what I'm about to say later on. And so purity is truth without agenda. And when we translate this into feminine and masculine energetic principles, it's creation without purpose, which is inherently feminine. And then the agenda, purpose, direction, awareness is inherently masculine. And I say this because the act of creation is inherently linked to establishing a foundational reality and order, with the creator being the ultimate source of truth itself. Essentially, the created world reflects the truth of the creator's nature and intentions. Remember when I said up there, it says, it is a state of being where your thoughts, feelings, and words and actions resonate harmoniously with your spiritual core, allowing you to radiate your innate divinity. It's a state of purity. Its authenticity is 0 point energy. Your feelings, beliefs, thoughts, values, habits, behaviors is your creation, is your reality. All right, we're gonna go move on. Now that we have those definitions, I'm gonna come back to them, but try to follow my lead because I'm about to get really woo woo, and This is something that you can really just feel in your body. Um, just let it drop in. If it doesn't resonate, leave me a comment. I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy to die um, for this explanation, because what I'm about to tell you is what spiritual warfare is, and it's happening at a mass level on purpose. So, okay, creation without purpose is inherently feminine. It's just feminine without masculine. Is the direction and the agenda that we give it that is masculine and gives a purpose, right? So think about it this way. When you were 5 years old and you were learning to paint, that shit was a fucking mess. There's paint every fucking way, every fucking where, on your hands, on the floor, anywhere pretty much except the canvas or in the lines if there were some set for you. It's on the countertop, like it's probably in places it shouldn't be, like up your fucking nose or in your ass crack. I don't know. And mom and dad are real excited about picking it up, right? It's a fucking chaotic mess. But they understand that, you have to learn mobile dexterity and like creation. It's all fun in games. And so here's the thing, like, I'm looking at my notes because I don't remember this all either. It's a lot. Creation without purpose is inherently chaotic. Chaos is and always has been inherently vilified by the patriarchy. Chaos has been used to describe hell, to describe the rapture, to describe revolution, and any other fucking thing that's messy, right? Chaos is unfortunately and fortunately what created the universe. There's a Big Bang, supposedly, and at least that's one of the theories, right? Like, do you think that shit wasn't a fucking mess before gravity came in and was like, oh yeah, yo, what's up? Y'all planets, solar systems, you need to start making your own gravitational pulls because the universe has got to function some way. Gravity is inherently masculine. Whoa. That's away from the point. But what I'm saying is feminine energy, creation energy, without purpose has been inherently vilified by the patriarchy to keep you disconnected from your creative feminine energy. And this isn't just something that like women need to hear. I don't care like what you identify with. You can identify as a fucking pogo stick. If you are human, you have both feminine and masculine energies within you, and learning to balance them to whatever way your soul is set. And you find that when you find your authenticity, that is where you thrive, when you balance those energies. So this is not just something for women to claim, this is something for men to reclaim as well. This is how the patriarchy is toxic to men as well. All right? So we're going to go deeper here. So, like I said, inherently vilified by the patriarchy. And that is what keeps us disconnected from our creative feminine energy and our authenticity. In truth, this is done through lack mentality and scarcity mindset. This is done through fear mongering and shame. Oh my god, your chaos in general, leads to death, leads to destruction. What are we gonna do? Like, we haven't always fucking pivoted, bitch. Like, we know how to pivot as humanity. Like, Anyways, okay, back to my point. Um, Chaos isn't as bad as you think it is. Um, it's not always destructive either. It doesn't have to be in that way. It's a birthing process. Chaos can be destructive or a birthing process. Think of it like art. You could literally put so much paint on a canvas that it rips, and then it's like, well, what the fuck do I do with that? And you could still call it art. People people do that. Or you could, birth something really beautiful and still call it art. You could make money off both of them. Okay? So they say it's like unorganized, they say it's a destroyer of world, they say it's a threat to your safety, and that can be further from the truth. A lot of what we're told and conditioned into chaos is just like this very constructive boundary set against it. Like we're pushing it and squeezing it until we're putting it in this like tunnel visioning your chaos. It's directed only at areas where are deemed appropriate in a way that's appropriate. It is an aspect of the feminine energy. This aspect of feminine energy of squashing it of being, of telling chaos where to go. That's not fucking chaos, right? We are taught to fear it. We're taught to fear our own emotions. We're taught to separate ourselves from them, to forget the language of them, to forget the wisdom of our emotions, to forget how to express them, to how to healthily cope with them. And instead, we were given repression, right? We were given amazing examples of what not to do because we squeezed chaos in this tiny little vessel and then we put it inside ourselves. And that's what's making us sick. Again, another rant for another day. We tried to mold chaotic energy into something rigid. We tried to say, hey, you're going to become more masculine. You're going to become the agenda. You're going to be the direction, and nothing about chaos is welcome here. That's so wrong, like I said. But when we become a friend to our emotions, when we can become a compassionate ally to our deepest, darkest energy, emotions, deepest fears, our most humiliating shame, we can transform them back into their original purpose, emotions. And it gets even worse because our emotions is where our sensuality is derived from. Emotions are energy in motion, okay? So their emotions are just vehicles of energy. Every single emotion is useful, is resourceful. So when you are taught to repress them, we are inherently disconnecting ourselves from our sensuality, from our way of expressing them. And think about it this way, like what makes a woman so beautiful and so attractive isn't just her curves or this like the sound of her voice or the things she does, it's her aura. It's her ability to navigate her emotions with grace, with ease. And we have lost that. The way a woman dances, the way a woman speaks and carries herself and carries her emotions, and this goes for men too. But with the patriarchy, we've stripped them of their ability to express that, even more so. And when you're connected into your body, your emotions, you can feel them in every part of your body. And when you repress them and forget how to feel them and to speak to them, then you can feel them in your body too. And that's what pain is. That's what disease, dis-ease is. Okay? There is no reason to be in your body when we value being in your mind. And that's what emotional repression does to us, to think about it. To stay up here, to not feel, to not be in our body, right? When your consciousness is only in your mind, and that creates a lot of anxiety. Anxiety is like, and a lot of rumination. It's an overactive mind, right? And you'll feel that in your body too, but it's because you're overthinking, right? You're too much in the left, is it the left brain or the right brain? Whatever the brain side of the brain is, it's like way too analytical and linear and masculine. That is what's been propped up by the patriarchy for centuries. Be logical, be rational, make sense, because your emotions don't make fucking sense. Well, it's like, well, we lost how to make sense of them because y'all were scared of them. We don't need to be afraid of our emotions, not one bit, okay? So, but when your consciousness is all in your mind and you're not in your body, you're ungrounded. You're disconnected from your body, you're disconnected from your intuition. You lose the ability of discernment because that is what you know to be your own authenticity, your own sovereignty, and your own truth. But when you're disconnected from that, you're manipulatable. You are controllable. And that's the way they want you to be. I'm saying they because I don't have the time to go into a rant about what spiritual warfare is going on. But that's the truth. This hurts everybody, not just women. Okay? This is why misinformation is so bad. Because nobody is connected and grounded to their bodies, and nobody even has the emotional intelligence and regulatory skills to decipher what's true and what's false and what's fear. Right? There are a few acronyms for fear that I think are really helpful right now, and I'm just going to put them out there. First one, false evidence appearing real. Second one, Forget everything and run. Third one, face everything and rise. That's the path of your emotions. That is the noble path that we have forgotten as a society and what I am happy to teach. Okay? I hope you're getting excited. Emotions have always been teachers, and we're going to learn how to relate to our teachers again. We're going to apply very feminine and very masculine principles to these emotions, and we're going to direct that energy and funnel it authentically. We're going to allow for the chaos. We're going to embrace it. We're going to love it. We're going to use it. We're going to alchemize it. Hell yeah. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I quickly just want to add some clarifying thoughts to tie it all together. First of all, I want to say, did you know that the Latin meaning of chaos, because the Latin root is actually just the same, it's spelled differently, but whatever. The Latin meaning of chaos means abyss, that which that gapes wide open, is vast and empty. And if you want to know what popularized the definition that we give chaos today, the utter confusion, the disorder, it's the theological use in the Bible in the 1600s in the Vulgate version of Genesis to describe the void at the beginning of time and at the beginning of creation. When I'm saying the spiritual warfare is deliberate, this is what it is. It is distortion of truth and words. It's translation errors, right? You know, what paradox is it that the Bible begins and ends with chaos? Like, chaos can create destruction, but it can also create solar systems, art, a baby, etc. All right, I have a few final things to say, and it's this. Security in yourself requires setting a deep foundation. You know, that foundation that goes all the way to your depths, through your chaos, into the abyss, into the void where only frequency exists. Before you came into the physical vessel that you are, encasing that soul that you are, you were just an energetic signature. Your soul has its own sound, has its own note, because sound, emotions, vibration, it's all frequency. And it makes noise. So remember, chaos and creation are oddly paradoxical, right? Like synonymous. The Big Bang and a black hole are two sides of the same coin, right? Like the best artists channel the fuck out of their rage, the fuck out of their grief, out of their shame, and out of their joy. The most empowered people know how to leverage all of their emotions. And this is alchemy. We're going to use that anger and resentment and make things happen for you. Very good things. You're going to learn how to master your demons and make them work for you. This isn't projecting. This is actually the art of mastering paradox. Trust me, people pleasers. Trust me, black sheep. I know this. I know this because I transformed my shame, got myself an OnlyFans, and turned that shame into my biggest, source of pride. Deadass. Shame and pride are opposites, and I quickly flip the script on that shit. I'll talk about it in another video. But it is possible. You don't have to fight to feel better. You can actually dig deeper into your heels, into that awful emotion, and flip it. That's what I'm going to teach. If you stuck around for my entire video, thank you so very much. I'm so excited to teach this. I am planning to either create a members only YouTube or a members community somewhere very soon so I can teach you this. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching though, I do offer that. You can see that in my link below. You can connect with me all my other socials there. But don't forget to like and subscribe to this. Comment what was your favorite part. Comment if anything stuck out to you, if anything just blew your mind. I want to hear from you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Much love.